All right. My dear fellow listeners and viewers, welcome to our diversity and inclusion concert. Of course, we wanted to kind of test things out a little bit just so that we make sure we have everything in order. And if you're wondering why we have decided to initiate the diversity and inclusion concert, we realize that the world is basically falling apart and everybody, is doing their own thing, and we are all separating ourselves and not even realizing it. And so we have decided that, you know what, we must step up and do something to somehow find a way to come together. And that's one of the reasons why the diversity and inclusion concert was born, really to bring people together, regardless of age differences, regardless of level of talent, regardless of color, regardless of where people were born and raised and all of that. Because at the end of it all, we are one people living in one world. We're one world living together. So we have about 4 minutes before we start off the show. One thing I can tell you though is that we have a packed program for you. We have 29 artists, by the way, who will be performing for you here tonight. You don't want to miss it. We have ages starting all the way from 6 years old up to the age of 70. This is a show you don't want to miss. I can tell you that for sure. We also have 2 playback singer, Bollywood playback singer, will be joining us as well too. One of them you probably have heard and met and so on before. You may have met both, but I've had the opportunity to meet several of them, and I'm happy that 2 of them will be joining us here tonight. You don't want to miss that. Also, you're going to get to see some faces that you probably have never seen before, but these folks have been in the business for a long, long time. You are not going to see them on YouTube. You're not going to see them on social media because that's not what they do, right? And they started out differently. And so we want to also acknowledge all of those folks. I can promise you, we have an amazing, amazing show for you. You don't want to miss it. This is not a Diwali show, by the way. This is a diversity and inclusion concert. What that means is that it's open. We're as open as you can be. I can tell you that much for sure. Tomorrow, however, we do have a discussion on Holi, the importance of it and all of that. So you want to join us tomorrow for that. But tonight is a whole different ball game. We're looking at everybody with equal potential. So we want to make sure that you take every opportunity to share the page. Keep in mind that everything that you're going to see here tonight, it is good for daytime TV. What we do, we do it for a reason. We do it for a purpose. We are not about numbers and share and so on, but this is the one you want to share if you can. You are not obligated to do any of this, by the way, but we will appreciate if you can do this for sure. So in 2 minutes, we are going to start off. We're going to start off with a dance, by the way. We are going to open up with a dance by Emily, a talent out of Canada here. We also have another dancer who will be joining us later on from Guyana. And as I mentioned, halfway through, we are going to feature a celebrity who many of you probably have listened to. One of the reasons why we have decided, by the way, because that is not our focus, by the way, this is not a focus. Our focus is on the new and upcoming people, the new people, the people who you normally don't see and things of that kind. But one of the reasons why we have decided, by the way, to bring 2 celebrities here is because we actually have sung their songs over and over. We look up to them and so on. So we also want to acknowledge them. One of the reasons, by the way, is that one of the reasons why we never really advertise it as much is because that's not the purpose. What we are trying to do, we are trying to close the gap. So if we continue to promote people who are already there, we are not doing any good here. So we are trying to close the gap. So we are trying to promote the people who you probably never seen before, or the new ones and things of that kind. So that's one of the reasons why we kind of keep the two celebrity hidden, because there's absolutely no reason. Because if we were to promote those two people, over the other people, all we're doing is that we are creating a bigger gap, and that's not the purpose of our show here. So we hope that you can join us. We have this show is a long show, so be prepared for that. By the way, grab yourself something to eat and so on. This show is over 2 hours. I can tell you that much for sure. So we are going to get started in 30 seconds, but do know that we appreciate you taking time to join us here. Um, we are doing it for you guys, obviously, right? And so this is a little bit different than our Caribbean Dreams concert. We kind of open it up a little bit. Our Caribbean Dreams is more, to the Caribbean focus, but the diversity and inclusion is more broad. And as I mentioned, we are trying to close some gap here. And for those of you who are sharing a page and so on, I normally don't ask people to share page and so on, because that has never been my focus when I do something. My focus is to produce what I produce, and hopefully most people can make the most out of it. But this is the one you want to share for sure. All right, so it is 7 o'clock now. So we're going to start off the show, and we're going to open it up with a beautiful dance by a very, very talented young lady who I admire so very much. We've had her before in our Caribbean Dreams concert. We've had her in our Chit Chat show and so on. So do enjoy this beautiful dance by our very own Emily. All right. So that's our first one there. That was obviously Emily, a talent out of Canada here. And that's just the start of it. I can tell you that we have so much more in store for you. But we will have to move on very, very quickly just to make sure that we are making most of everyone's time. Everybody has busy time. So our next performer is a talent out of Kitchener, Ontario, who you have seen many, many times as well too. So do enjoy a very talented Melissa.
भी हाथ लाए, हाय जब चाहे मेरा जादू कोई बच न पाए, हाय कभी मैं दर्द जगाती हूँ, कभी मैं जख्म मिटाती हूँ, कभी मैं दर्द जगाती हूँ, कभी मैं जख्म मिटाती हूँ, कभी मैं राज छुपाती हूँ, कभी खुद राज बन जाती हूँ। दिल टूटे और सांस छूटे, फिर भी तू पीछे आए, हाँ जब चाहे मेरा जादू कोई बच न पाए, हाय मुझसे तुम टकराना ना, आगे यहाँ पछताना ना, मुझसे तुम टकराना ना, आगे यहाँ पछताना ना, मेरा बदन पिघला सोना, जान भी जाए खबर होना, ये मस्ती नहीं सस्ती, दिल वाला ही बोलने लगा, हाय जब चाहे मेरा जादू कोई बच न पाए, हाय
All right. So, of course, that was Melissa. For those of you who have just tuned in here, you're watching our diversity and inclusion concert. We are bringing this to you because we feel that, there's a need to actually bring the world together regardless of our differences. And that's the only reason, by the way, why we have decided to kind of initiate this diversity and inclusion concert. So we're going to continue on, though, because we have a packed program. I want you to now enjoy this beautiful talent out of Toronto, Canada. He's no other than Zahir. So enjoy.
These ones taking you guys way back. The classics.
पल पल दिल के पास तुम रहती हो, पल पल दिल के पास तुम रहती हो, जीवन नीति प्यास ये कहती हो, पल पल दिल तुम सोचोगी क्यों इतना मैं तुमसे प्यार करूं, तुम्हें समझोगी दीवाना मैं भी करार करूं। दीवानों की ये बातें दीवाने जानते हैं, चलने में क्या मजा है परवाने जानते हैं। तुम यूं ही जलाते रहना आखिर ख्वाबों में, पल पल दिल के पास तुम रहती हो। कोई जबरा न पाए मेरे संग आए, के पग पग दीप जलाए। मेरी दोस्ती मेरा प्यार, मेरी दोस्ती मेरा प्यार। कोई जबरा न पाए मेरे संग आए, के पग पग दीप जलाए। मेरी दोस्ती मेरा प्यार, मेरी दोस्ती मेरा प्यार। आने से उसके आए बहार, जान से उसके जाए बहार। बड़ी मस्तानी है मेरी महबूबा, मेरी जिंदगानी है मेरी महबूबा। आने से उसके आए बहार, जानू से उसके जाए बहार। बड़ी मस्तानी है मेरी महबूबा, मेरी जिंदगानी है मेरी महबूबा। ये दिल ना होता बेचारा, कदम ना होते आवारा। जो खूबसूरत कोई अपना हम सफर होता। ओ ये दिल ना होता बेचारा, कदम ना होते आवारा। जो खूबसूरत कोई अपना हम सफर होता। सुना जब से ज़माने बहार के, हम भी आए हैं राही बन के प्यार के। सुना जब से ज़माने बहार के, हम भी आए हैं राही बन के प्यार के। कोई ना कोई बुलाएगा, करे हैं हम भी राहों में। ये दिल ना होता बेचारा, कदम ना होते आवारा। जो खूबसूरत कोई अपना हम सफर होता। जिंदगी एक सफर है सुहाना, यहाँ कल क्या हो किसने जाना। ओ जिंदगी एक सफर है सुहाना, यहाँ कल क्या हो किसने जाना। हाँ जिंदगी एक सफर है सुहाना, यहाँ कल क्या हो किसने जाना. अरे उल्ले उल्ले ओ, उल्ले उल्ले ओ, उल्ले उल्ले ओ, उल्ले ओ, उल्ले उल्ले ओ, उल्ले उल्ले ओ, उल्ले उल्ले ओ, उल्ले ओ. चांद तारों से चलना है आगे, आसमानों से पढ़ना है आगे. अरे चांद तारों से चलना है आगे, आसमानों से पढ़ना है आगे. पीछे रह जाएगा ये जमाना, यहाँ कल क्या हो किसने जाना. हाँ जिंदगी एक सफर सुहाना, यहाँ कल क्या हो किसने जाना. अरे उल्ले उल्ले ओ, उल्ले उल्ले ओ, उल्ले उल्ले ओ, उल्ले ओ, उल्ले उल्ले ओ. हा 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 हा, उट 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 उटे, ओ हो हो हो.
All right. Young man, by the way, he did an amazing job, of course. We do appreciate you, Zahir, and I hope that you're doing well. For those of you who have just tuned in, obviously we are bringing to you a diversity and inclusion concert. As I was explaining earlier, we are bringing to you this concert because we feel as if we need to somehow find a way to come together and look beyond our differences. That's the only reason why we're doing this show here, by the way. So we're going to continue now with this very talented singer out of Kitchener, a good friend of mine who you probably have seen before as well too. He has improved over the years, and I'm so glad to present him to all of you here tonight. So do enjoy this beautiful song done by Sunan.
चंद
All right. Excellent job there, Sanan. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight. We, of course, we do appreciate you just as always. For those of you who have just tuned into us, of course, you're watching and listening, our diversity and inclusion concert. We have decided to put this together to really eliminate all of our differences. We live in a challenging world, but we have to find a way really to kind of, get rid of all the differences and all of that. From Canada, I know you've seen lots of Canadians, and so don't confuse yourself. We have people from all over the place, and for us, it is irrelevant as to where you were born, all of that. I can tell you that much for sure. So we're going to move on. We're going to continue with a very talented singer who you probably have seen on our Chit Chat show, and she's no other than Sangeeta, a talent out of Trinidad and Tobago. So do enjoy.
थोड़ा कागज था ये मन मेरा 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 लिख लिया नाम इस पे तेरा तेरा कोरा कागज था ये मन मेरा लिख लिया नाम इस पे तेरा सोना आंगन था जीवन मेरा बस गया प्यार इसमें तेरा टूट न जाए सपने मैं डरता हूँ इस दिन सपनों में देखा करता हूँ टूट न जाए सपने मैं डरता हूँ इस दिन सपनों में देखा करता हूँ नैना कजरारे मतवारे ये इशारे काले दर्पण था ये मन मेरा रच गया रूप इस पे तेरा कोरा कागज था ये मन मेरा लिख लिया नाम इसमें तेरा चैन गवाया मैंने निंदिया गवाई सारी सारी रात जगूं दिल में दुहाई चैन गवाया मैंने निंदिया गवाई सारी सारी रात जगूं दिल में दुहाई कहा क्या मैं आगे निहालागे जीना लागे कोई दुश्मन था ये मन मेरा बन गया मैं जाके तेरा कोरा कागज था ये मन मेरा
All right.
लिख लिया
That was a very talented Sangeeta talent out of Trinidad and Tobago. I don't think you realize how talented you are, Sangeeta. I hope that you recognize that you're extremely talented, and we hope that you can carry on what you do so well. So thank you so much for joining us here on our diversity inclusion concert. Very much appreciated. I should really commend all of you, by the way, for really putting all the music pieces together. I realize how challenging it is, and you guys did whatever you needed to do it, and that goes to show your passion and motivation for the music, and I appreciate that. Do bear with me as well, though, because I'm not only hosting, but I'm also do the master control. For some reason my master control guy couldn't make it, so I'm doing a double role here, so do bear with me, but everything is going fine so far. So we're going to continue now with the very talented Laker Puran, a talent out of Cambridge here. I've known this fellow for many, many years. He's been he's been in the singing business for a long time. He was part of the Dil Bahar Orchestra way back in Guyana. And by the way, I should mention that he's the brother of the late Sita Pandey, who recently, unfortunately, passed away, who we've had on the show as well, too. So this song he is dedicating, obviously, to his late sister, Sita Pandey. So enjoy this beautiful, talented voice here.
This song goes out to my beautiful sister, the late Sita Puran Pandey.
मैं ना भूला तू कैसे मुझको गई
संग रहना है, फूलों का तारों का सबका कहना है। जीवन के दुखनों से यूं डरती नहीं है, ऐसे बच के सच से गुजरती नहीं है। जीवन के दुखनों से यूं डरती नहीं है, ऐसे बच के सच से गुजरती नहीं है। सुखी है चाह तो दुख भी सहना है, 1000 में मेरी बहना है। सारी उम्र हमें संग रहना है, फूलों का तारों का सबका कहना है। 1000 में मेरी बहना है, सारी उम्र हमें संग रहना है, फूलों का तारों का सबका कहना है।
All right. That was the very talented Lekram Puran, the brother of the late Sita Pandey. To the Sita Pandey family, by the way, particularly the children, do know that we are once again sending our condolences to the entire family. We realize how challenging and hard it is. I've had the opportunity to interview Sita Pandey on this show, and we were supposed to have her on this diverse inclusion concert here, but sometimes in life there are things that we don't have control of, and so this was our way of honoring Sita Pandey and Lekram Puran. I mean, what a great job he did there. He never failed us, by the way. For those of you who have just tuned in, we are doing a diversity and inclusion concert because we realize that we are living in a very sinful world. That's the best way for me to put it. And everybody is kind of separating himself and in ways that they're not even realizing. And so we are creating ways where we can somehow look beyond our differences. And we have decided to start it off the initiative through a musical way, especially with the pandemic. We're going to continue on now, though, with another talent, this time all the way from India, who I've had the privilege to interview in my show. Very talented singer, and she is joined by her daughter as well, toward the end of the segment. So do enjoy.
झुमका गिरा रे हाय, झुमका गिरा रे बरेली के बाजार में, झुमका गिरा रे बरेली के बाजार में, झुमका गिरा झुमका गिरा हाय हाय हाय, झुमका गिरा रे बरेली के बाजार में, झुमका गिरा रे। जाए गम बोलो सुबह शाम हरे कृष्णा हरे राम दम मारो दम मिट जाए गम बोलो सुबह शाम हरे कृष्णा हरे राम दुनिया ने हमको दिया क्या दुनिया से हमने लिया क्या हम सबकी परवाह करें क्यों सबने हमारा किया क्या दुनिया ने हमको दिया क्या दुनिया से हमने लिया क्या हम सबकी परवाह करें क्यों सबने हमारा किया क्या दम मारो दम मिट जाए गम बोलो सुबह शाम हरे कृष्णा हरे राम दम मारो दम मिट जाए गम बोलो सुबह शाम हरे कृष्णा हरे राम के रंग हो जा रंगीला रे रंग रंग रंगीला रे रंगीला रे अरे यारो मेरे पास तो आओ मेरी मुश्किल दूर भगाओ कैडबरी बोले मैं मीठा हूँ अमूल बोले मैं मीठा हूँ हॉर्लिक्स बोले मैं अच्छा हूँ कॉम्प्लान बोले मैं अच्छा हूँ क्या सबने सोचा मैं बच्चा हूँ चॉकलेट खाने में टेंशन है दूध पीने में टेंशन 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 लानत है जी उस पर दुनिया में ही रह गए दुनिया में जो जीने के अंदाज को न जाने माथे या हाथों पे चांद या तारा में किस्मत को ढूंढे पर खुद में क्या है ये न जाने खुद पे ही हमको यकीन हो मुश्किलें राह की आसा हो दोनों हाथों में ये जहां हो याई रे जोर लगा के नाच रे याई रे मिलके तो मचाए रे चल मेरे संग संग नीले दुनिया के रंग हो जा रंगीला रे रंग रंग रंगीला रे रंगीला रे थैंक यू सो मच दैट वाज थैंक यू
All right. Very nice job, of course. And we appreciate she took the time to join us. All the way from India. Now we are moving on to our next performer from the USA. A good friend of mine who we've had in the show as well too. Hazrat, that is. So do enjoy this beautiful rendition of his.
कभी
All right, that was nicely done, of course. Thank you so much, Hazrat, for joining us. We do, of course, appreciate you. Um, we are actually, that song actually concludes our first segment of our diversity and inclusion concert. We have two more segments, and we have two big time celebrities will be joining us as well too, so you don't want to miss those ones. As I was mentioning earlier, I'm doing a couple things here. I'm actually hosting, but I'm also doing the master control, which is very difficult to do, by the way. It is not an easy thing, so you will have to bear with me. So what I'm doing right now is I'm actually preparing um, the second segment here, so that way you can enjoy. In the meantime, this will take me 30 seconds, by the way. In the meantime, feel free to comment. I like the fact that you guys are interacting with each other and all of that. That's always a beautiful thing. Particularly, it's nice to see when, artists can support, their fellow artists and things of that kind. It's always a beautiful thing. Before we start off the second segment, though, we have a special guest who will speak only for 2 minutes, well, less than 2.5 minutes. And so I want you to pay keen attention to that portion of it, because he actually is not a regular fella. He's the former president and the longest serving prime minister of Guyana. And so we want to make sure that we give him, the time. So he'll be talking about diversity and inclusion, importance of it and all of that. I mean, at the end of it all, we want to make sure that people are gaining something from this event that we're doing here. We're not doing it for the sake of doing it. We're doing it, to make sure that at the end of it, you are gaining something from it as well too. So that's the whole purpose of what we're doing here. And so I will encourage you to kind of pay keen attention to what he's saying. Hopefully you'll learn and gain something from that message as well too. And that's the point. We have an amazing second segment. I can tell you that for sure. So you want to hang in there to make sure that you continue to enjoy. As I was mentioning, we don't have our master control fella, and so I'm doing all of that right now. But so far, we are in good shape, which is a beautiful thing. Anhu Radha, by the way, playback singer who I follow along for many, many years, will be joining us in the second segment as well too, so you don't want to miss that. We have another young, talented, young upcoming artist, 7-year-old, will be joining us as well too, so you don't want to miss any of that as well. So we have a great second segment and third segment for you. If you have any comments for us and so on, by the way, feel free to do that. We always appreciate, anything along that line, anything that can allow us to kind of enhance what we do. We are open to positive feedback, as always. For those of you who know us, we are always open to positive feedback. It's always a beautiful thing. That's how we can actually grow. So I'm just getting set up, as I mentioned here, just so that we can get into our second segment here. And so we'll be starting in a second here. So not to worry about anything at all, I can assure you that. And so what we will do, so let's take a look, let's welcome our guest here. Sam Hines, that is. Many of you might not know this, but he's the longest serving prime minister for Guyana. And also he briefly served as president as well. I'm excited. The reason why I'm excited to have him on here is that when he first got the position, prior to him got a position, he actually was campaigning. I was a teenager then. He used to come right to the beach entrance, 64 village, and campaign right on the beach road. And as a small child, I used to watch him give speeches and things of that kind. And I've had the privilege to meet him, of course, on several occasions. I've had the privilege to interview him as well, too, many, many times on Let's Just Chat and around that. But do take a keen listen of this message. by the former president and Prime Minister of Guyana, Comrade Samuel Hines. So I will get that set up. I just have to fix one or two pieces here, and then we will get that set up, and then we are good to go. All right, so it looks like we're in good shape here now. So, all right.
To speak to all of you tonight at this event promoting diversity and inclusion. After tens of thousands of years of encounters, of meetings and mergers and partings, of battles and wars to dominate one another, everyone sure that his vision, his way is superior, we mankind have filled the earth and are in close contact with each other as never before. Like it or not, we cannot but be aware today of being all members of one variegated human race, living in one mosaic world. No more talk of superior and inferior. Here in Guyana, we live with a population descending from 6 peoples from 4 continents all across the world, thrown together during the years of European empires. We have such a diverse population. Chedi Chagan, arguably the father of our nation, as a child recognized us as a microcosm of the world and perceived his life work of bringing us disparate people together. Our president today, His Excellency Irfan Ali, has proclaimed a One Guyana Commission, urging everyone to join in and contribute to the growth and development of our people and country in that noble task of realizing a common Guyanese identity. Overall, we have made much progress in Guyana, though we still have some distance to travel towards an ever closer union, all being included with no one excluded or forgotten. Thank you once again and best wishes.
All right, so that was, of course, the former president and former Prime Minister of Guyana. We're glad that he was able to join us. If you were paying attention, you would have heard that he showed his appreciation to join us here, which is always a beautiful thing, of course. We're going to continue with the program here with another talented young upcoming dancer, this time a talent out of Guyana. So, but before we get to that, we are going to feature Prince Navin. You've probably seen him on the CSM competition. You've probably seen him on our show here as well too. And it looks like tonight everybody loved the oldies. But for those of you who love chutney and all of that, I can assure you we do have chutney and so on for you. So you do not want to miss that. And we have somebody who started singing way back in the 70s, who you probably have never heard of, but still has the voice going. We will be featuring him as well too, so you do not want to miss it. For now, do enjoy this talented singer out of Trinidad and Tobago, Prince Navin.
Hey, 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 ha, 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 hey, 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 ha, 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 कोड़ा कागज का ये मन मेरा 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 लिख दिया नाम इसमें तेरा 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 नाम इस पे तेरा बोली बोली ला ला टूट न जाए सपने मैं डरता हूँ जिस दिन सपनों में देखा करता हूँ हाँ टूट न जाए सपने मैं डरता हूँ जिस दिन सपनों में देखा करता हूँ नैना कजरारे मत वाले यही तारे कहीं डर बनता ये मन मेरा रच गया रूप इसमें तेरा पूरा कागज का ये मन मेरा लिख दिया नाम इस पे तेरा चैन गवाया मैंने इंडिया गवाई सारी सारी रात वो ढूंढ में गवाई हाँ चैन गवाया मैंने इंडिया गवाई सारी सारी रात वो ढूंढ में गवाई कहो में ये आगे निहलागे जीन लागे कोई दुश्मन पाए मंदिरा बन गया नी जाके तेरा हाँ पूरा कागज का ये मंदिरा लिख दिया नाम इस पे तेरा This song's to fall in love again. बागों में फूलों की खिलने से पहले तेरी मेरी नैनों की मिलने से पहले हाँ बागों में फूलों की खिलने से पहले तेरी मेरी नैनों की मिलने से पहले कहो की है बातें मुलाकातें यही बातें तू रहता ये मन मेरा बन गया जान हो गए तेरा थोड़ा कागज का ये मन मेरा लिख दिया नाम इस पे तेरा ला 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 हे हे हे
All right, excellent job there. Thank you for joining us, Navin. We do appreciate you, of course. We're going to continue on. That was a talent out of Trinidad and Tobago, by the way. We are moving on to the USA right now. USA, they're doing pretty good so far. We have quite a few more from USA. We're going to continue now with Tony. One of the things that I like about Tony is that he started recently singing. He has used this challenging time, the coronavirus situation, and he has turned singing into somewhat into his passion now. What that means is that there's opportunity for him to even get better and better. But I really love his style. And when he sings, he just feels comfortable doing what he does. So do enjoy this beautiful rendition by Tony.
क्या नजारे क्या सितारे क्या नजारे क्या सितारे सबको है इंतजार सबको है बेकरार जो कब देंगे हर गली में देखे मेरा प्यार प्यार के खबर तू सब जब देंगे क्या नजारे क्या सितारे अंबर भी नहीं आता जाता रहेगा तेरे रेशमी अंचल की तारा लहराते रहेगा बादल अंबर भी नहीं आता जाता रहेंगे तेरे रेशमी अंचल की तारा लहराता रहेगा कदमों के जो चूमेंगे ये फूल तू जब सब देंगे हर गली में देखिए मेरा प्यार प्यार के खबर तू सब जब देंगी क्या सहारे क्या सितारे जानू प्यार में होता है क्या जादू तू जाने या मैं जानू जैसे हरिया और ये सावन जैसे है भैरी का और ये बादल जैसे हरिया और ये सावन जैसे है भैरी का और ये बादल तेरे लिए मैं मेरे लिए तू जाने या मैं जानू प्यार में होता है क्या जादू तू जाने या मैं जानू रहते नहीं क्यों दिल पर काबू तू जाने या मैं जानू तू जाने या मैं जानूं तू जाने या मैं जानूं
All right. Of course, that was our Tony there. Thank you, Tony, so much for joining us. Of course, we appreciate you taking the time to join us tonight. Thank you so much again. I can see that people love you and they love you for a reason. They love your uniqueness. There's no question about that. And thank you so much for lending us your talent here tonight. There's a reason why, by the way, we are calling this show Diversity and Inclusion. So we are not judging anybody based on the number of years of experience they have in terms of singing or the music piece and so on. We realize that everybody is unique in their own way. So that's one of the reasons why we're calling it diversity and inclusion. Because at the end of the day, we cannot compare apple and oranges. This next performer, by the way, is all the way from Guyana, from my village, number 64 village. We both attended the same mandir. Very quickly, I would like to acknowledge that his father actually was one of the few men who responsible to build the number 64 Krishna Mandir that I attended. I served my time really well when I was in Guyana there. I used to be an assistant priest. And so I've served my time well there. Now I'm in Canada, I'm doing different things. But you wouldn't find him on YouTube or anything of that kind. But these are the men who actually I used to go and see when I was young, or to the fairground and so on. His wife is also, and the children and so on. Very, very talented people. But it is my pleasure actually to feature Uncle Harry. So do enjoy.
अकेला हूँ मैं इस दुनिया में, कोई साथी है तो मेरा साया। अकेला हूँ मैं इस दुनिया में, कोई साथी है तो मेरा साया। अकेला हूँ मैं। अकेला हूँ मैं इस दुनिया में, कोई साथी है तो मेरा साया। अकेला हूँ मैं। कभी प्यारे झील के किनारे हंस अकेला निकले, वैसे ही देखो जी ले मन्ना जी मौज को सीने पे तले। कैसे कभी प्यारे झील के किनारे हंस अकेला निकले, वैसे ही देखो जी मौज को सीने पे चले। चांद सितारों के तले साथी है तो मेरा साया। अकेला हूँ मैं इस दुनिया में कोई साथी है चंद्रा.
All right. That was Uncle Harry, a talent out of Guyana, Barbies, Guyana, to be very specific, number 64 village that is. I'm so glad that he took our offer to join us. That was obviously a very beautiful thing there. Yes, so that was Uncle Harry. If you couldn't hear me, I hope you can hear me now. Um, that was Uncle Harry, a talent out of Guyana, number 64 village, Berbice, Guyana. Very, very talented individual. He's more into the religious aspect of it and so on. But in his younger days, he used to perform all over the place. Very, very talented man. And that's one of the things, we do a little bit different. So we don't look for people who have, a set of views or they probably have won a competition and then we just bring them together and do a show. When we do that, we are actually doing nothing. And so we are actually digging deep to make sure that we are giving opportunity because we are trying to close the gap, as I mentioned earlier. So that's the whole thing that sets the diversity and inclusion concert apart from everything else you've seen. Our next performer happens to be one that I've been listening to for many, many years. Many of you probably have been listening to her as well too. I've listened to her bhajans. I personally think that she got robbed in a sense that she didn't get as much opportunity that she deserved because she's an extremely talented playback singer. She's done well, but I still believe that she was cheated. Do enjoy this beautiful rendition by the very talented Anuradha. All right. So I just thought I feature her, and we are very pleased that we were able to have that privilege to do that. We're gonna we do. I should mention, by the way, that we do have a huge celebrity performer surprise, by the way, coming up later on. But we have many other talented singers right here, obviously, and so we want to make sure that we take full opportunity to showcase them to you. We are moving on now to a talent in the USA. Many of you have seen him. Many of you, have heard him and all of that. I actually like the fact that he's able to deliver very difficult songs. I hope that you can hear me. Let me get here. Okay.
Good evening.
So, for those of you, I'm not sure if you were able to hear me, by the way, but I was mentioning earlier that we do have a surprise celebrity guest coming up later on. But for now, we are going to continue on with a very talented singer from the USA. What I like about him is that he chooses difficult songs and he does them really well. So do enjoy.
Entire
See,
team of
by the way,
professionals for having me tonight on this diversity and inclusion concert. Hope you guys love what I have in store for you. Thank you.
जन्नते अगर यही तू देखे क्यों नहीं, चांद सूरज सभी है यहाँ, इंतजार तेरा सदियों से कर रहा, प्यास बहती है कब से यहाँ। हमारी अधूरी कहानी, हमारी अधूरी कहानी, हमारी अधूरी कहानी, हमारी अधूरी कहानी। प्यास का ये सफर खत्म हो जाएगा, कुछ अधूरा सा जो था पूरा हो जाएगा, झुक गया आसमां, मिल गए दो जहां, हर तरफ है मिलन का समा, डोलियां है सजी खुशबुओं हर कहीं, बदने आया खुदा खुद यहाँ। हमारी अधूरी कहानी, हमारी अधूरी कहानी, हमारी अधूरी कहानी, हमारी अधूरी कहानी।
What a great performance there. Awesome job. Thank you so much, Tasif. Do appreciate you. Here, as you know, on our diversity and inclusion concert, we take pride to feature, a variety of different people. I am particularly interested usually to feature younger folks. The reason for that is because everybody needs some sort of opportunity. And so I'm going to introduce to you a young fella who actually, I can assure you, has a bright future ahead of him. And so it is my privilege actually to present Avi, a very, very talented young singer. So don't be afraid to encourage him. Don't be afraid to wish him well, because that's what they will need, for sure.
मेरे मन को किया तूने क्या इशारा,
All right. That was Avi, a very, very talented young man. And I know for sure that he's going places. That's for sure. There's no question about that. And so to the parents, do know that we appreciate the fact that you took our offer. We appreciate the fact that you were willingly wanting to share his talent, Avi's talent, on our platform, diversity and inclusion. Everybody, as a social worker, I've spoken to so many people where they have shared with me that they have not, gotten like the opportunity, not necessarily singing and music and so on, but people need opportunity. Somebody needs to give them that opportunity, especially when they're young. And so if we are not taking the time to give young and new people the opportunity, people wouldn't get anywhere because people need that opportunity. There's a difference between giving somebody an opportunity and them doing things on their own. But that's for a whole different chat there. I am pleased, by the way, to introduce a very talented professional Guyanese singer. Very proud of him. Very down to earth kind of person too. Very trustworthy, very respectful, and when I'm looking for people, I look for uniqueness, because when it comes to voice and so on, you can always train that, and you can always work your way along that. But when it comes to attitude and so on, it's a whole different game. So please take the privilege to enjoy my good friend Ganesh Kasina. Enjoy.
हम तेरे बिन अब रह नहीं सकते, तेरे बिना क्या वजूद मेरा। हम तेरे बिन अब रह नहीं सकते, तेरे बिना क्या वजूद मेरा। तुझसे जुदा अगर हो जाएंगे तो खुद से ही हो जाएंगे जुदा, क्योंकि तुम ही हो, अब तुम ही हो जिंदगी, अब तुम ही हो चैन भी, मेरा दर्द भी, मेरे आशिकी अब तुम ही क्योंकि तुम ही हो, अब तुम ही हो जिंदगी, अब तुम ही हो चैन भी, मेरा दर्द भी, मेरे आशिकी, अब तुम ही हो, क्योंकि तुम ही हो, अब तुम ही हो जिंदगी, अब तुम ही हो चैन भी, मेरा दर्द भी, मेरे आशिकी, अब तुम ही हो.
All right, of course, that's our talented Ganesh there. So awesome. That's our talented Ganesh, obviously. Thank you so much, Ganesh, for joining us here tonight. We do appreciate you. Ganesh is in the USA now, by the way. We are going to continue with the program with a beautiful dance by Michelle. You've seen her before. One thing that I'm amazed of, when I look at the performances here tonight, when I look at previous performances of the same people, I personally have seen improvement, and that's a beautiful thing. It means that people are looking back at themselves and they're seeing how they can improve as an individual, and so that's a good sign. It is my privilege to present to you Michelle, a dance. All right, so that was Michelle. That, uh, that was Michelle, obviously, out of Guyana. We appreciate you, Michelle. Do know that. Thank you for joining us here. Keep in mind, for those of you watching, you know, not everybody has all the gadgets and so on to put all the pieces together, and the fact that Michelle was able to do that on her own, I think that shows motivation and shows the power that we need to give to young ladies like Michelle. One of the things I would like to quickly say, though, if you are paying keen attention to the song says that if you're looking for a girl, go to, if you go to Guyana, you will find somebody who can wash, cook, and clean. To the ladies in Guyana, to the girls in Guyana, do know that you work more than wash, cook, and clean. I want you to think about what I'm saying to you here. Do know that you work more than wash, cook, and clean. And I'm not going to say anything more than that. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to take a couple minutes here to actually set up for the third segment. We have more amazing pieces here for you. Keep that in mind. We also have, by the way, let me read out a few names so that you know who are the ones still, yet to perform. We have Michelle Singh, who will be doing some great numbers for us. So you want to make sure you don't miss that. The husband, David Singh, will be joining us as well too. Prince Ali, Jairam Dindyal, a talent out of Trinidad and Tobago. Gitanjali will be joining us for the very first time. Beautiful song, by the way. Sonia out of USA, there will be joining us as well too. Pauline, Lee, Roy song, he will be singing us a beautiful song entitled Once a Man, Twice a Child. Those are the kind of song we should be playing. And those are the songs, by the way, should have millions of hits. Song with beautiful meaning. But anyways, give me a couple seconds here so I can get set up for the third segment here. So you can continue to enjoy the show. I'm going to get set up here. So you just have to, for now, just comment or something of that kind. Keep in mind, I could have easily canceled the show tonight by not having our master control fella, but the show must go on. The show must go on, and so I'm actually doing double roles here, and so you will have to bear with me. That's all that means. We're not asking you for a whole lot, so just allow me to kind of get set up here, and then we will be good to go. But I do appreciate you joining us. Without you, I mean, like, we are doing it for you guys, right? But we want to make sure that we are doing something that has some sort of meaning to it. And because we see a need, we see a gap, that's one of the reasons why we have decided to kind of, put together this diversity and inclusion concert. So you still have a beautiful piece left. And also we have a surprise celebrity guest will be joining us. So lots we have going on. For now, though, do enjoy the very talented Lee De Silva.
Belongs to you. Take care of it. Be kind. For I must go where you may lead. The eyes of love, not blind. I may not see the thing that I should see, the things today might be in store, and I may do just what I should do, be It's true, I know that eyes of love might tender view for me. That eyes of love can see so much that other eyes don't see. A blue sky, the sparkle in your eye, oh, make me realize now yours. I see with you this world of dreams come true, because I'm looking through the eyes of love. A blue sky, the sparkle in your eye, oh, make me realize now yours. I see with you this world of dreams come true, because I'm looking through the eyes
Of course, that was Lee, of course. And we're going to continue. Lee is a very talented fella, talented man, a good friend of mine as well, too. Lives locally here in Kitchener. Thanks, Lee. Do know that we appreciate you. We are continuing on with a program with a very talented, this time from North Carolina, USA. A good friend of mine as well, to Roy. So enjoy. Beautiful song, by the way. Once a man, twice a star. Listen to the words, actually.
Hi, my name is Rory Jackie, and I'm to an original song called Once a Man, Twice a Child. Old man, where have you been? You've been walking all night long. Everyone was worried. They've been searching all night long. My mama said, once a man, twice a child. I never knew what she meant until I found you again. My mama said, once a man, twice a child. My mama flies that you might surprise. Now you're a feeble old man. My mama said, once a man, twice a child. My mama said, once a man, twice a child.
All right, that was, of course, Roy. Thank you so much, Roy. Very much appreciated. For those of you who may have tuned in halfway through, you're watching and listening our diversity and inclusion concert. Do note that we have some Kanchan, performances and so on for you, so you don't want to miss it. Here on our show, this is not a holy show. We have a holy chit chat tomorrow, by the way. Not too many people tune in because people are not into those kinds of things, but we are going to do it because there's a need for people to understand the importance of the holy, so we're going to do it. But tonight is about the importance of diversity and inclusion. Let us somehow find a way. It will take a long time, by the way, for people to work together, respect each other, and so on. Actually, study shows that it will take about 6 generations. So what that means is that you and I will never get to see, where people get to live together, where they see everybody as human beings, and not discriminate based on where we were born and how much we have and all of that. And so we are hoping that through this concerted conversation, we will start off, and hope that people start to think a little bit different. And so that's the purpose of the show here. But anyways, we're going to continue with another beautiful singer, Pauline. It is my pleasure to present to you Pauline, who we've had in our chit chat show as well, too.
From heaven as I go, through this wilderness below, guide my feet in peaceful ways, yeah. Turn my midnights into day. I do not know what my life's gonna be. I know if Christ he leads me, I shall be free someday. I do not know what my life's gonna be, or what the future holds for me, but this I know, if Yahweh leads me, I shall be free someday. Beams from heaven, I gotta go, this place is not my home. Beams from heaven, beams from heaven, beams from heaven, beams from heaven. 'Cause burdens now they crush me down like life's disappointments, they're all around. And trouble speaks through mournful sight. Sorrow through a tear-stained eye. I do not know what my life's gonna be. Or what the future holds for me. But this I know, if Yahweh leads me, I shall be free someday. I do not know what my life will be, or what the future holds for me. But this I know, if my Father leads me, I shall be free someday. I gotta go, this place is not my own. Beams from heaven. No, no, no more to roam.
All right, that was Pauline, of course. Thank you so much, Pauline, for joining us. We do appreciate you. She's a sweetheart, there's no question about it. I've had the privilege to interview her, and let's just chat with her on that. We are moving on, but do know we have lots of hot numbers for you. That's the whole purpose of the diversity and inclusion. If one of the things that we are hoping for is that people will try to somehow get out of their comfort zone. I know that all of us have our likeness for certain kinds of song or certain kinds of food and all of that, and that is totally fine. But we live in a world where we have to try to be as open as possible. So anyways, we're going to continue on with this very talented singer. Do enjoy the very talented Sonia, talent out of the USA. Amazing job there. Thank you so much. Very much appreciated. Excellent job there. Very, very, very much appreciated. Thank you so much. Awesome job. Sonia, you never disappoint us, that's for sure. Our next performer, we are having her here for the very first time, and I'm glad she took her offer to join us, and she's no other than Gitanjali. I would like for you to listen to the word. Usually when I listen to a song, I listen to the meaning of the words as well. That is important. And for those of you who know me, I love politics because politics give me an opportunity to change the system, and this one is about democracy. So do enjoy this beautiful song by Gitanjali.
Let's celebrate, democracy has won. We are blessed to be true loving pioneers. Oh, let's celebrate, democracy has won. We are blessed to be true loving pioneers. Congratulations to the new government and those who fought for our country. Purify our hearts of negative tendencies. This will change our lives immensely. We should live with unity and love for each other. We should strive for glory and a better future. Guyana is a land of 6 races. It's a lovely country, we should all cherish it. We're her children, unique in every way. Let's come together, cast all the hate away. This is a time for tribulations. Stand up for your rights, defend your nation. We need a leader to protect and guard.
All right, so that was Gitanjali. Thank you so much for joining us. We do appreciate you, of course. For those of you who are following the Guyana election, will know that this song fits perfectly, and that's one of the reasons I would like this song to be playing all over the place. Guyana was once one of the most backwards countries in the world, but it is people like Sam Hines, who we have had in this show, they fought and fought to make sure things get better. But anyways, we're going to move on this time with a very, very talented singer all the way from Trinidad and Tobago, a good friend of mine, Jairam Dindial. So enjoy.
To hate and remember, better forgive and forget. For the day will come when you will regret. The day will come when you will regret. The day will come when you hatred and malice we cultivating for years. Where do we put it when we say our prayers? The hatred and malice we cultivating for years. Where do we put it when we say our prayers? We praying so much without any results. We praying so much without any results. Oh, we feel satisfied when we laugh and find fault. The day will come when you will regret. The day will come when you will regret. To hate and remember, better forgive and forget. For the day will come when you will regret. The day will come when you will regret. The day will come when you will regret. The weight of the truth can be too heavy for your head, because you comfort your feelings with lies instead. The weight of the truth can be too heavy for your head, because you comfort your feelings with lies instead. A liar and a thief wear the same kind of clothes. A liar and a thief wear the same kind of clothes. They lie and they rub you straight face in front your nose. The day will come when you will regret. The day will come when you will regret. Soap and water, toothpaste and shampoo, which one cleans a dirty mind full of mildew? Soap and water, toothpaste and shampoo, which one cleans a dirty mind full of mildew? Resisting the facts because it might offend. Resisting the facts because it might offend. Never ever forget the longest rope have an end. The day will come when you will regret. The day will come when you will regret. From poverty to riches, one will surely change. Never forget where you came from. Stop acting strange. From poverty to riches, one will surely change. Never forget where you came from. Stop acting strange. You came out of poverty, now living in a palace. You came out of poverty, now living in a palace. Revengeful of people, hoity-toity and malice. The day will come when you will regret. The day will come when you will regret. If you are wealthy, mighty and strong, does the penalty fix a crime if a man is wrong? If you are wealthy, mighty and strong, does the penalty fit the crime if a man is wrong? Forgive him alive, not with flowers to cremate. Forgive him alive, not with flowers to cremate. For you never know how soon it will be too late. The day will come when you will regret. The day will come when you will regret. To hate and remember, better forgive and forget. For the day will come when you will regret. The day will come when you will regret. The day will.
All right. All right, that was the very talented Jairam Dindyal, a talent out of Trinidad and Tobago. We do appreciate you joining us, sir. We are moving on now to a Guyanese-born Prince Ali, a talent out of Ontario, Canada here, Toronto. So do enjoy as well.
Always, always I think of you, and I know our love will never end. Always, always I dream of you, and I know our heaven you were sent. कभी कभी मेरे दिल में ख्याल आता है कि जैसे तुझको बनाया गया है मेरे दिल ये तू अब से पहले सितारों में बस रही थे कहीं तुझे ज़मीं पे बुलाया गया है मेरे लिए Always, always I think of you, and I know our love will never end. Always, always I dream of you, and I know from heaven you were sent.
Girl, you always on my heart, you know you're always in my mind. A serious kind of love, you know it's so hard to find. Cause you're always in my heart, you know you're always in my mind. A serious kind of love, you know it's so hard to find. Because it's true, true, girl, me crazy for you. You know it's true, true, girl, me crazy for you. And when you're on my mind, I just never feel blue. And when we come together, we don't stick like crazy glue, girl, it's true. You know me crazy for you, girl, it's true.
Woman, me love you to me heart and soul. The loving that me give you, girl, it never go and cold. Well, you are my life and you're my one and only. I want to marry you and take you to my country. Me give you pretty dress, give you enough jewelry. You know the Indian and now me love you badly. Well, this is Stanley Man and the one Prince Ali. We coming up together in a category. I want girl pick the one and listen to me. Cause this your one in the new style. Cause DJ Fabi, we have to make some money. We left in Guyana, going to New York City. We walk from Morris and we go to GT. 1,000 people and that to follow me. They say Prince Ali and the DJ Daddy. Your face should have be on the color TV. Your name is just a ring up in a New York City. And anywhere you go, you are create history. But mommy done big already. So yes, Prince Ali done big already.
Always, always I think of you, and I know our love will never end. Always, always I dream of you, and I know from heaven you were sent. कभी कभी मेरे दिल में ख्याल आता है कि जैसे बचती है शहनाइयाँ से राहों में.
All right. That was, of course, Prince Ali. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate that. Thank you so much. That was Prince Ali, of course. Thank you so much. We do appreciate you joining us. Very, very talented individual, and we appreciate you so very much. Many of you may have seen him on our Chit Chat show as well. We are going to move on. We have a few more hot number here for you. The next person is David Singh, a talent here in Ontario, Canada. So do enjoy. And up after that, we have Michelle, the wife, will be joining us here. So you don't want to miss it.
having money funded to fix up the wedding. I want the Trini Larky to be my delight. I come down to Trinidad and see a sweet Larky. Now I don't want to go back, I fall in love with she. Yeah. She will teach me how to play the roti. I will teach you how to chunk it up curry. She will teach me how to play the roti. I will teach you how to chunk it up curry. She will be my Dulahin and the Dulahan. The two of we go sing and dance the chutney to come. I come down to Trinidad and see a sweet Larky. Now I don't want to go back, I fall in love with she. I come down to Trinidad and see a sweet Larky. Now I don't want to go back, I want to marry she. Yeah. Morning, noon, and night, I will hug her tight. When I see my Larky, she make me feel alright. Morning, noon, and night, I will hug her tight. When I see my Larky, she make me feel alright. I will give her diamonds, I will give her gold. I love the Trini Larky with my whole heart and soul. I come down to Trinidad and see a sweet Larky. Now I don't want to go back, I fall in love with she. I come down to Trinidad and see a sweet Larky. Now I don't want to go back, I want to marry she. Yeah. Just so the birds flies in the sky, just so my love for her will never ever die. Just so the birds flies in the sky, just so my love for her will never ever die. I will give her plenty, pacha and machi, and everybody will come to the Barahim. I come down to Trinidad and see a sweet Larky. Now I don't want to go back, I fall in love with she. I come down to Trinidad and see a sweet Larky. Now I don't want to go back, I want to marry she. I want to marry she, I want to marry she. I want to settle down here and have a family. I go in by the funded to fix up the wedding. I want the Trini Larky to be my Dulahin. I come down to Trinidad and see a sweet Larky. Now I don't want to go back, I fall in love with she. I come down to Trinidad and see a sweet Larky. Now I don't want to go back, I want to marry.
All right, that was Davis Singh. Thank you so much for that, Davis. Very much appreciated. So now that was the husband. Now we're gonna have the wife, Michelle Singh, is up next. I can assure you will enjoy it so very much. And I will as well too. So do enjoy. And then I do have a surprises for you. We end up adding a last minute piece early today, but we are up for challenges, so that's not an issue. So do enjoy this beautiful piece by Michelle.
Station
And there you have it. That was Michelle. Nicely done, Michelle. I'm a big fan of Kanchan, by the way, and you've done it so well. I promised you guys earlier that we do have a surprise celebrity guest for you. I also think that this person was cheated, though he did really, really well. I personally believe that he actually was cheated, but it is what it is, and sometimes in life we have to accept things for what it is. But do enjoy this beautiful performance done by one of my favorites, by the way. I've played his song many, many times on my radio show, Caribbean Spice. Um, my good friend Sookram, who we have had in this show earlier, does his song really, really well. I wouldn't even mention a name because everybody knows who he is. So do enjoy.
रिम झिम गिरे सावन सुलग सुलग जाए मन भीगे आज इस मौसम में लगी कैसी ये अगन रिम झिम गिरे सावन सुलग सुलग जाए मन भीगे आज इस मौसम में लग कैसी ये अगन रिम झिम गिरे सावन जब घुंघरुओं सी बजती है बूंदे हर माह हमारे पल के न मूंदे कैसे देखे सपने नयन सुलग सुलग जाए मन भीगे आज इस मौसम में लगी कैसी है अगन रिम झिम गिरे सावन महफिल में कैसे कह दे किसी से दिल बंध रहा है किस अजनबी से महफिल में कैसे कह दे किसी से दिल बंध रहा अजनबी से हाय करे अब क्या जतन सुलग सुलग जाए मन भीगे आज इस मौसम में लगी कैसी है अगन रिम झिम गिरे सावन सुलग सुलग जाए मन भीगे आज इस मौसम में लगी कैसी है अगन रिम झिम गिरे सावन.
All right, so that was obviously Abhijit. We're not done yet. I have one more piece for you guys here. But just before I do that, I want all of you to know, the participants, do know that I appreciate all of you so very much. I recognize now is a very challenging time for everybody. And I know I probably push it a little bit for certain pieces, but sometimes we all need a little bit of a motivation to kind of move on to the next step and so on. But I totally get it. Our next show, by the way, is our next diversity and inclusion concert is on June 26th. If you would like to be part of it, for those of you who have been part of it before, you know how it works. Reach out to us. The earlier, the better, kind of thing, so to speak. But do know I sincerely appreciate all of you. Very, very challenging time for all of us. And despite all of that, you guys still manage to do whatever you needed to do to be part of this, right? And do know I appreciate it. Um, like so very much. Like that's all I'll say for now. I'll probably reach out to you guys in individually, but I sincerely appreciate it. It's definitely not an easy thing to do and all of that, but we need you as well too. And we did whatever we needed to do to kind of, do the show. All right. So, and to the viewers, to the listeners, to the people who will be watching at some point, do know that we are trying to accomplish something here. So everybody's a winner here. So nobody's a loser here, on the things we do. Do know that. We live in a world where we live in a modernized world, and we have to find a way, to somehow work together. The world is a very complicated world, and it's moving really, really fast, right? Too fast actually. But I think, the fact that we are in this pandemic, I'm thinking that this is an opportunity for us to look at life a little bit different, because the reality is that today we're standing here, tomorrow we may be gone. That's the reality. But we're not going to get into all of that. But I will finish off in a very nice way, because at the end of it all, I still believe in a higher power. So let me finish it off this way, and I do know that I appreciate all of you, so very much, for sure. All right, so awesome. And so that's pretty much, wrap it up now. But again, thank you so much. I do have a 19-month-old that I have to take care of as well too. But do know I appreciate all of you. Reach out to me, and we'll take it from there. But I love all of you. See you. Bye-bye.